close to 100% accuracy. Helsinki Airport uses sniffer dogs to detect COVID.
Here's a summary of the article.
4 COVID-19 sniffer dogs have begun work at Helsinki Airport in a state-funded pilot scheme that Finnish researchers hope will provide a cheap, fast and effective alternative method of testing people for the virus. In the university's preliminary tests, dogs, which have previously been used to detect diseases such as cancer and diabetes, were able to identify the virus with nearly 100% accuracy, even days before a patient developed symptoms. Scientists are not yet sure what exactly it is that the dogs sniff when they detect the virus. A French study published in June concluded that there was very high evidence that the sweat odor of COVID-positive people was different to that of those who did not have the virus, and that dogs could detect that difference. Dogs are also able to identify COVID-19 from a much smaller molecular sample than PCR tests, Helsinki Airport said, needing only 10 to 100 molecules to detect the presence of the virus compared with the 18 meters needed by laboratory equipment. Although COVID-19 is known to infect mink and cats, dogs do not have the receptors necessary for the virus to readily gain a foothold and do not appear to be easily infected, according to Helm Bjorkman. A Finnish organization that specializes in training animals in scent detection, Wise Nose, is training a total of 16 dogs for the project, 10 of which are eventually expected to be able to work at the airport.
This post received a score of 13,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Helsinki Airport is the cleanest airport I've ever seen. You could eat off the bathroom floor. Just an observation not recommended. When I visited Finland it was pretty much all clean, everywhere I went. It was a shock arriving back in Manchester to find litter everywhere, toilet paper all over the place, piss all over the floor and the whole place stinking of shit. And the toilets were even worse.
Zurich Airport is amazing as well. Spotless, calm, beautiful, light. It's so dramatic to come back to the US where in one well-known airport on the East Coast I walked in the bathroom and there was actual feces smeared on the wall.
TBF, there are plenty of airports in the US that are also gorgeous and pristine.
Which ones? I'm not being antagonistic in any way, I genuinely want to know. In my area they are really shitholes. I remember being in Atlanta and thinking that wasn't so bad, but that was a long time ago. I remember airports in Texas being nice. I mean, if we had infrastructure projects we might have better airports.
Minneapolis Airport is fantastic too.
Okay, this article reeks of bad science. Reporting, dogs are also able to identify COVID-19 from a much smaller molecular sample than PCR tests, needing only 10 to 100 molecules to detect the presence of the virus compared with the 18 meters needed by laboratory equipment. Scientists are not yet sure what exactly it is that the dogs sniff when they detect the virus. So they are not sure what the dogs sniff out, but are sure they do it with only 100 molecules? Does a wipe really only transfer that few molecules? Also, what is the accuracy they speak of? We are months into this pandemic, start using sensitivity and specificity for that. It sounded like nearly 100% of found cases were true positives, but the article didn't state if the dogs missed 99% of all cases.
While sensitivity and specificity are good measurements of accuracy, accuracy is also another widely used measurement of accuracy. It is defined mathematically as the number of true positive and true negative results out of total results, i.e., it is the percentage of samples correctly classified. I personally like sensitivity and specificity better as the ratio between true positives and true negatives is not always equal, and this info is not provided by measuring accuracy, but accuracy as reported here is a perfectly valid metric.
I could create a machine right now that could correctly, with 95% accuracy, detect active terrorists inside the airport. My secret? It would just state that no one is a terrorist.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.